Jai Jinendra everyone. On this very auspicious occasion of DasLakshan Mahaparva, today we have Uttam Mardav Dharma. In the series of DasLakshan Mahaparva, we have started with Uttam Shama and today is the day to Uttam Mardav. Till now, we have learned in this series what is DasLakshan Mahaparva. In that session, we have learned about what is Dharma, what is Lakshan, are there 10 dharmas or are there 10 lakshan? All these questions have been answered by our previous speakers. Since today we are celebrating day 2, we are very privileged to have Vijal ma'am here with us, who is expert here today, and she'll be taking this discourse of Uttam Mardav Dharma. In the previous lecture of Uttam Shama Dharma, we have learned how these starting four dharmas, are there in the absence of four kashayas. So, not explaining much into what we learned previously and what we need to learn today, I would now invite Vijal ma'am, who will be explaining about today's Uttam Marta Dharma. Please.
Jai Jinendra. We'll start with Manglacharan. Namo Arihantanam, Namo Setanam, Namo Airiyanam, Namo Uvajjayanam, Namo Loe Savasahunam, उत्तम क्षमा मार्दव आर्जव भाव है सत्य सोच संयम तप त्याग उपाव है आकिंचन ब्रह्मचर्य धर्म दश सार है चहुगति दुख ते काढ़ी मुक्ति करतार है जय जिनेन्द्र all. So we are on this auspicious occasion of DasLakshan Mahaparva, which is an eternal festival celebrated by everyone, venerating the 10 virtues, the 10 qualities that bring happiness to the soul. Every soul wants happiness, and these 10 virtues of forgiveness, humility, which we will talk about today, bring happiness to the soul. It is the nature, the inherent nature of the soul to be happy, to be knowledgeable, to be conscious. And when a mundane soul realizes this true nature, these 10 qualities or the DasLakshan Dharma that we are talking about, they manifest. We have learned previously that these 10 dharmas are primarily found in the Digambar Jain ascetics or the Muniraj, who on account of their inner purity, by destroying their inner flaws and passions, by manifesting a higher level of conduct, they are manifesting these virtues. They are all, pure manifestations of charitra good or the conduct attribute. So this is the background of the DasLakshan Dharma. But today we are going to focus mainly on Uttam Mardav. The term Mardav means absence of man kashai. Man, in simple terms, is pride, ego. When we consider ourselves superior, we think we are something, and have that kind of an air around it. It is man kashai. But the Muniraj, they have realized their true soul. They, due to their pure inner experience, understand that all souls are fundamentally equal. Nobody is higher, nobody is lower. In that state of vitragta or dispassion, they see everyone as equal with samta bhav. Nothing is good, nothing is bad, nobody is high, nobody is low. Everyone is the same. This quality of considering oneself as a pure soul and not considering oneself as higher or lower based on the external factors, this is known as Mardav. So to understand Mardav better, we all need to understand Man better. What is pride? I mean, what is it which I don't have? I will develop the Mardav Dharma. And because we are all mundane beings, we only know Man Kashai, right? Because every day we are manifesting these kind of afflictions and passions. So we are very well versed with what Man is. So first, we will discuss what is Man. I will be sharing my screen here. So we just discussed when I recognize that all souls are equal. My worth is not defined by anything external. Your soul, my soul, Bhagwan's soul, or an ant's soul, everyone is equal. That is the origination of Mardav Dharma. So, modesty or humility is the nature of the soul. When one becomes completely engrossed in self, when we have that state of self experience, completely the consciousness is one with the experience of the soul. No other person is big, nobody is small. Because all souls are the same. All souls have those infinite attributes, like the goal, that is their true wealth, and everyone is the same. And in this state, it is there is a natural evolution of humility or modesty, which is known as mata. Uh, as we are discussing pride, so we must know that in the human state or Manushya Gati, the primary passion or the main kashai is pride. Everybody has pride. And in scriptures, this pride is said to be of due to 8 things. Okay? So either we are attached to, our jati, or you can say the lineage. My father belongs to a affluent family, rich family. My mother is belonging to, Raja Maharaja. So that jati and kulmat from the kind of family you are coming from, your ancestors, the pride due to that. So jati mat, kulmat. Then there is rupamat. One is proud because of their beauty, their looks, how their, external physical features are, hair or whatever you consider. Then there is balmat, the strength of the body. I'm very strong. Nobody can beat me. Nobody can fight me. So this kind of mad. Then there is authority. I have good authority over others. In this area, people only listen to me. When I say one word, it becomes the law. That kind of pride of the authority. Then tapamad, the ability to perform penance. I can perform fast for 8 days, 10 days, 1 month, that kind of mad. Then gyan mad. Now, in our state, our knowledge is very meager, but some people, a lot of times, most of us, if we know a little bit, if we get good marks or have some little bit of knowledge, we feel, oh, I know a lot. I know everything. Other person knows nothing. So this is Gyan Mad. And the last one is Dhan Mad. Because of the wealth. I have a lot of wealth. I am rich. And because of that, you have pride. So in commonly we see these 8 kind of prides that are there. And because of that, there is a kind of a hostility which develops in the soul. One becomes hostile. There is no compassion for others because where there is pride, it is the end of compassion. There is no daya dharma. There is, if you're proud, you cannot listen to any sermons. You cannot listen to others because you feel you are right. And this pride is one of the biggest roadblocks in our progress. I mean, in the worldly life, also, we have heard that how, because of, say, Ravan, the example of Ravan is very famous. Ravan, because of his pride, met his downfall. He had all the good qualities. He was a very, you can say, dharmic person. He was a very danveer person. He had all the qualities. But one sin he committed, which was taking away Sita, and at the end, he was ready to return Sita, but after winning over Ram, not as a loser. So, this pride which he had led to his downfall. So, great as the Dev who has excellent fortune, in the next bhav, he can become a one sensed being. This is what pride does to us. If you are proud, then all your dharma is gone. There is no vows, no austerities, no sayam if there is no marda. If you are proud of what you are doing, then all of that is converted to pap. So this man kashai is like the poison, which is basically not allowing you to live peacefully here not allowing you to do dharma, not allowing you to acquire knowledge. Because for everything, we need humility, we need vinay, we need to respect others. And without that, we are not able to progress. Are you getting it? Why we need to identify the man which is there in our life. And in this, age of social media, there are so many other forms of pride or man. You see, social media, people are doing strange things for likes. So, what is this quest for likes? Quest for validation. It is a silent man kashai. Like 10 people like me, then I feel, oh, I am good, I am great. People don't like me, then I am depressed. So, this is nothing but man kashai. People are ready to, just wash away their entire fortune to, to show off, buy an expensive car, uh, buy more and more things. This consumerism has increased. Why? Simple reason, man kashai. If somebody owns something, I need to own the same thing. If my friend has something, I need to buy it. If somebody has bought a big house, I need to buy a bigger house. So this race of trying to prove oneself bigger is never ending. And if you see, this man kashai then leads to all the other kashai. If your man is quenched, you feel happy. But if it is not, immediately convert it to anger. Okay, they are not respecting me. I'm getting angry. And then due to anger, there is violence and other things happening. For man, people even resort to lying, doing mayachari, and whatnot. So, in short, man kashai is a poison that is killing you. But what is causing man kashai? So, main cause is delusion, mithyatva. I feel that my identity is because of this physical body and the things around it. And this is leading me to man kashai, right? Because I'm identifying myself with these external factors. Jati is me, full is me, the wealth is me, this beauty, this body, my temporary knowledge, all of that is me, is my identity. And I want to show myself to be bigger. So I try to make those things come to me, and this entire cycle of rag, dvesh, kashai begins because of delusion. Who are you? Just ask yourself, who am I? Am I really this body that I see? This state which is continuously degenerating day by day and taking me towards death? Can this body be me? No, I'm not this. I am the Sashwat Atma, the eternal soul, which has like infinite attributes. There is no desire and no sorrow when I look at the pure nature of the soul. That is the true me. And the things that I'm identifying myself with is actually not my nature. You understand? One who does not know his own inherent wealth becomes a beggar and feels that, okay, I will get some respect, from the external things. One who does not know his own eternal self is going to get attached to the temporary things. And then because of that attachment, definitely man kashai is going to take root. It is not possible that there is no man kashai. Even people who look very soft, if you're identifying yourself with external factors, definitely there is man kashai. It may be high and low, but that kashai is not absent. Now, there is another form of man which people are usually not aware, which is inferiority. Thinking that I am superior because of wealth, fame, strength, authority, knowledge is man kashai. And thinking that I am smaller, I am a nobody because I don't have wealth, because I am not beautiful, because nobody's, I don't have friends because I come from a poor family. That feeling of inferiority is also man. Now, how is it pride? A lot of you might argue, why is that pride? That is pride because again, you're not seeing yourself as the pure soul. Your soul and Siddha Bhagwan's soul is exactly the same. You are equal. All the souls are equal. Your worth is not measured by the temporary things that you are possessing. Your worth is measured by the eternal soul that you are. So without understanding that, you attach to other factors and think, I'm very small. I'm a nobody. And then it leads to what? Depression, desolation, anxiety. trying to fit in, doing strange things to impress your peers, and going the wrong way. So all of it is Mankashai and the side effects of Mankashai. Are you getting it? How this Mankashai is, hidden in the form of superiority as well as inferiority, and is completely disrupting your life, your peace of mind. Just imagine a state where there is no Mankashai. I'm not getting attached to any external things. I'm not identifying myself with any temporary things. Imagine how less anxiety you would have if you understand the simple fact that you are not the temporary things that you see around yourself. You understand? So, inferior, if we consider now, another thing is that inferiority cannot be pride, but inferiority is not modesty. Okay, it is definitely a form of pride. If something is positive, its opposite is negative, right? So, they both, positive, negative, are not the absence of man. You understand? They are in the same scale of man. But when this feeling is completely absent, that is known as marga. So how do we overcome this feeling of helplessness or feeling of superiority? The answer is very simple: realizing the true self as the pure soul, seeing all souls as equal, free from superiority and inferiority. This is what is going to cultivate supreme modesty. Okay, so at our level now, supreme modesty, like I said, these 10 dharmas are primarily present in the Digambar Jain ascetics. But we are celebrating this festival for ourselves. Ascetics already have all 10 dharmas. They don't need to do additionally. They are manifesting them all the time. But what can we do? We can understand what these 10 dharmas are. We can reflect on where our faults lie. Where am I manifesting man in my daily life? What am I attached to? What am I doing, for just for the sake of people liking, just for the sake of people considering that I am something, you know? So all these things one should definitely reflect where man is there, and then try to avoid it. Now, avoiding it is also not easy because we don't know what's the right way. We go from here to there. So how do we avoid man kashay? The first thing is swadhyay. Definitely one must daily read scriptures, understand what is the true nature of the soul, be in the vicinity of Dev Shastra Guru, Darshan Vinay. So when we are even doing a simple act of Dev Darshan, we are bowing down before the God. That simple act of reverence is also like we are doing Vinay of Bhagwan, and that is helping you to reduce your man. When you see somebody else as above you, definitely the man goes lesser. And the interesting thing is that in the Samosharan of Bhagwan, in the Divine Assembly Hall of Tirthankar Bhagwan, the most knowledgeable person is Gandhar Bhagwan. He is the chief preceptor or the preacher present there. He has Mati Gyan, Shut Gyan, Avdhi Gyan, Man Paryay Gyan. He has, done the rachana of the entire Dvadashang. So he is the master of scriptures. And you know how he feels in front of Bhagwan? He feels that he is nothing. He says, Bhagwan, your knowledge is the ocean, and what I have is not even a drop. This is known as Mardav Dharma. You don't see yourself as superior. And like people like us have meager knowledge and think that, they are something. But even Gandhar Bhagwan sees himself as nothing in front of Bhagwan. All the Samyadrashti Jeeves, they don't consider themselves as superior to anyone else. Why would they? Because they have seen their inner wealth and know all these temporary external things, they are definitely due to karma. Today you have a beautiful body. Where did that body come from? It is due to past karma. You have wealth. Where did that wealth come from? Past karma. If you don't have it, why is it? Because your past pap karma. So karma states are increasing and decreasing all the time. You cannot rely on them because that's not in your control. When the situation is just going to be in another way, you can never predict, you can never tell. Karma is something, nobody can actually control that. So what is in your control? in your control is your own thoughts, the knowledge, the reflection which you have, which that right knowledge which tells you what is you versus what is not you. What is my swabhav versus what is not my swabhav. This kind of Vedgyan or understanding that where my happiness lies, what is my true nature, how can I actually become happy, and where, all these temporary things are. They are completely two separate things. They are in different brackets, different buckets. If we are going to mix them, we are always going to be unhappy. But if we are going to understand our true nature, understand that all these external things are completely out of my nature, I am a pure soul, everything else is external. That is the first step towards true happiness and towards developing Uttam Mardav. Just closing my eyes, okay, I'm not going to do pride and I'm not going to do this, is not going to help you because it is going to come. But understanding your true self, based on that, avoiding these emotions is the way Uttam Mardav generates, it evolves. And when you attain the right belief, there is a slight evolution of Uttam Mardav. But when you attain the Muni Dasha or become the ascetic, the Mardav Dharma is in full bloom. So, what now we will discuss what is the state of those ascetics who are manifesting this Uttam Mardav Dharma all the time. So, there is one very interesting line in Apurva Avsarji written by Srimad Rajchandra. Vande Chakri Tathapi Na Made Mananjo. A Muniraj in his dhyan is so engrossed in drinking from the nectar of the soul, Amrut Ras from within, that externally a Chakravarti Raja, who is the ruler of the entire sixth Khand, he has some 32,000 Rajas under him. He has an army of lakhs of soldiers. He has 96,000 wives. Such a big person comes to Muniraj and is paying reverence to him, is bowing down to him, and yet the Muniraj does not even open his eyes. He is so engrossed within. There is no evolution of man. Oh, such a big man is, touching my feet. This kind of Mardav Dharma is present in the Muniraj. So a common example comes of Bahubali Bhagwan. Bharat Chakravarti goes and pays respect to Bahubali Bhagwan, Bahubali Muniraj, and there is no evolution of man that, oh, I had defeated him, love, he is standing at my feet. These kind of feelings, they do not arise. And why do they not arise? Because they have realized what is truly worth focusing upon. When you have tasted the elixir or the nectar, why will you run after, lemons? When you know that something else is so beautiful and there is infinite bliss inside that, how will these small things bother them? So they are completely immersed in their inner bliss, and that inner bliss is what actually is Uttam Mardav. All these 10 dharmas are actually more or less, if you see from the real sense, they are the same. They are different phases of that inner state of self experience attained by the Muniraj, and we mundane souls also consider them as our ideals. They are the, you can say, idols who are walking the path which we also wish to tread someday. And that is why we celebrate these DasLakshan Mahaparva. We want to remember these qualities of ascetics. We want to reflect how we can remove these afflictions from our life. We can, overcome the kashai. We can also attain a state which is as pure as theirs, and having realized the beauty of our own soul, we also attain a moksha dasha very soon. So this is how Uttam Mardav looks like. Are there any questions, Harshilji, which we need to address?
No, I think very satisfied with the explanation of Uttam Mardav Dharma. Just to shortly summarize, basically the second Kashai, which is Man Kashai, as said, ego, the root of all vices, the absence of this Kashai lead to the presence of this Dharma, not the presence of this Dharma. This Dharma is already been there in your soul, and this is your Swarup. This is the Lakshan which we have just showcased. The very important part, which I think you also portrayed in the lecture, is the solution. that we basically wanted to reduce this kashaya, and we are running to just how to reduce this man kashaya, how to reduce ego. But the solution is very simple. Solution is like closer to what every dharam speaks, which is know yourself. Everything is there, present. In the previous lecture, our earlier speakers also explained that you are sorted. You just need to see that you are sorted. Everything is in place. You are away from kashai, you are away from man, you are away from ego. Only the solution is to know it, and to know the vyavastha, which is very much uh, automatic or natural and not the artificial vyavastha. So that arrangement need to be known, and very happy with the explanations which you have explained with the examples. And yeah, if anybody has any questions who will be listening to this lecture, please email us or you can drop down in the comment section of this video. Anything else, Vijal ma'am?
No, I think we are good. We can just end with Jinwani's speech.
Yes.
Yeah. निज निधि निज में बताई, यह अनंत उपकार है। इसके लिए जिन वाणी माँ को वंदना शत बार है। जा वाणी के ज्ञान ते सूझे लोकालो, सो वाणी मस्तक नमो सदा दी तुम। बोलो जिनवाणी मात की जय।
Nine
जय जिन।
Namo Karpan.